Morning, everyone. It's been a short break, and it was a lovely break for me. Traveling in mountains and just being with self. That was beautiful. Today's topic is how to stop feeling used and exploited. I have been coming across a lot of people complaining that, I feel terribly used. I have been of so much use to people around me, even strangers. I generally reach out, I generally help them out. I really work around, I go out of my way to help people, support people, take care of them in many different ways. And yet, when I really need, they don't turn up. Why does that happen? And why do I feel, ultimately used and uh, at times even abused for my goodness, and taken for granted when I really need them? Nobody's there around. Well, there are several reasons. One of them is anyway feeling that nobody helps. So we have been taught that if nobody helps you, you start being good to others. And when you start being good to others, people will revert, but that doesn't happen. The new rule is do to yourself what you would want others to do to you. So if you are helping others with a hope that others will help you, it may or may not work always, because when you're too helpful, too benevolent, very, very, very supportive to everyone, nobody would think that you would ever need any help. It's like showing torch to the sun. How can I give light to the sun when I'm so powerful and bright? So you don't that small little spark that you could offer. And you almost become that sun for a lot of people when you're very, very powerfully helpful to others. Second one is a need to be needed. There's a deep void inside, and you help others out of that void. And people can see through that. So in fact, they realize that I'm helping you to help yourself. I'm helping you fill up your void. So I'm being good to you by letting you help me. And it's all at subconscious level. They're not trying to be mean, but they're just trying to uh, kind of help you help yourself. And you don't realize that they are actually cooperating with your need. So there's no question of it's a financial help, or when it is, generous, big kind of help. They feel so small, and they normally take help under a very vulnerable circumstances or very difficult times. And they don't turn back and even say thank you or gratitude or stand by you. They avoid you when things are good. They're not avoiding you, they are avoiding themselves. They're avoiding facing that part of them which felt so small, humiliated, and so terrible that they would don't want to remember those times, and you remind them of those times. And that's could be one of the reasons why they don't turn back, and they don't really connect me when I really need it. Not everybody is evolved and grown to that extent to understand and be generous enough to even express their gratitude. Forget about uh, returning the favor that you gave it to them. Fourth is your difficulty in receiving. We've been taught always receive, have your hand like this, not like this, but like this. So you can only give, not receive. So if not ready to receive, how the hell somebody is going to return your favor? Remain open to receive. It requires a lot of humility. It requires a lot of humility to be able to receive what is meant for you. And it's easier to give, difficult to receive. And if it is difficult for you to receive, how can somebody else give you so that you can receive? So better learn to be a good receiver at the same time when you're helping and giving to others. It's your ability to receive which will make it difficult for others to return the favor or even say thank you. So, final reason is your belief that people use, people exploit, and people abuse. If that is the belief, uh, you will naturally attract those people who will take help from you, they'll use you, they'll take advantage of you, and they'll leave you eventually without any favor, any gratitude, any acknowledgement and recognition as if it was the right. It's okay to set rules, and it's okay to have your boundaries, but remember those boundaries also confine you to a great extent. My recommendation would be, please have your cup full. What I mean is, do not sacrifice to help others, otherwise, you'll feel terrible about uh, all that you're doing. Because if you do not help yourself, if you do not take care of your interest, nobody else would bother to do that. That's a rule number one. If you're feeling unfulfilled, please don't go out of the way to help anyone feel fulfilled, and always intend that you have so much that there's always enough to give it to people around you. Secondly, when you help others, don't expect anything in return. If you're waiting for others to give you something back, that means there is a void. And if you're creating that void or working anything from that void, it's likely to enhance the void further. People will take advantage and move on because you needed that void to become more and more better and helping person. And it will continue further. Third, address your beliefs based on past experiences, borrowed beliefs, or cultural backgrounds. If that belief is prevalent and predominant, you're likely to attract more and more people who will take advantage of you. And the last one is remain open to receive. Life is full of give and take. If you're giving, remain open to receive. Be that channel like a pipeline. When you're giving it to others, remain open to receive too. Now, when you remain open to receive, it may not come from the same source you have given, it may come from other sources. Make sure that you are fulfilled enough to be able to contribute to others. If you start contributing feeling unfulfilled, you cannot blame others for not returning the favors and for abusing you or for taking you for granted. It's you who's taking yourself for granted. It's you who's abusing. It's you who's allowing others to use yourself. So remain open to receive first before you contribute so that you never feel empty and enjoy your life full on. So that's all for today. Any message, any question? I'll be happy to answer that. All right. Thank you so much. So see you on Monday again.